Trachea divided into bronchi. This is bronchi, two bronchi divided into the bronchioles, and bronchioles divided into the air sac or alveolus. Air in this alveolus, oxygen is 21%. Oxygen is 21% and carbon dioxide is 0.04%. So oxygen concentration is high in alveoli and carbon dioxide concentration is low. And when this artery divided into arterioles, artery is divided into arterioles and arterioles, arteries divided into arterioles, arterioles divided into make the capillaries. Capillaries consist on the blood. This is the blood, red blood cell. Red blood cells have less oxygen and more carbon dioxide. These red blood cells need oxygen. That's why oxygen concentration is less in red blood cells and oxygen concentration high is alveolar air sac, and oxygen move from higher concentration into the low concentration, and carbon dioxide concentration is high in red blood cells and carbon dioxide concentration low in alveoli, and so carbon dioxide move from red blood cells into the alveolar sac due to the concentration gradient, and carbon dioxide move out from through this bronchi to trachea to the mouth to the nasal cavity. So oxygen is move out 60% and carbon dioxide is move out 4%. So carbon dioxide is move high, carbon dioxide concentration become high, and here carbon dioxide concentration in the red blood cells become low. Now red blood cells become oxygenated and red blood cells now become oxygenated and enter into the vein, pulmonary vein. This pulmonary vein divided into the four veins. Pulmonary vein carry oxygenated blood toward the right part of the heart. This is divided into four pulmonary veins that carry oxygenated blood. Pulmonary vein, this is pulmonary vein. Also I have write pulmonary vein carry oxygenated blood from the lungs to the left part of the atria. Now atria carry oxygenated blood. Atria also open when blood load is high, and bicuspid valve open and blood enter into the ventricle, and some ventricle is contract. Ventricle contract, septum move upward and ventricle move inward, septum move upward, ventricle move inward. Some twist, heart twist is produced here. Heart twist occur. This heart twist, and in this way blood pressure become high and blood enter into the aorta. Oxygenated blood enter into the aorta. Aorta carry these oxygenated blood through the systematic arteries. Aorta carry oxygenated blood toward the all parts of the body. In this way, except lungs, all parts of the body cell consist on millions. Body consists on the millions of the cell. Cell need oxygen for living. If a cell meet no oxygen, cell death take place and cell start to die without oxygen. That's why these artery carry oxygenated blood. This blood now become oxygenated oxygen concentration is high, oxygen is high, and carbon dioxide is low in the blood. Carbon dioxide concentration is low, and oxygen move from higher concentration into the lower concentration. Here oxygen concentration is low and carbon dioxide concentration is high, so carbon dioxide move from higher concentration to the lower concentration into the artery. Now artery become deoxygenated blood. Artery blood become deoxygenated due to the cell remove waste materials, waste oxygen remove through the cell, and carbon dioxide enter into the blood become deoxygenated, and these deoxygenated blood like this enter into the superior vena cava, and from the head of the deoxygenated blood enter into the inferior head of the blood enter into the superior vena cava, and from the lower part of the body deoxygenated blood enter into the inferior vena cava, and inferior vena cava open into the right atria, and in this way right atria again pump this blood into the pulmonary arteries. Pulmonary arteries carry these deoxygenated blood into the lungs, and lungs have oxygen is higher concentration, and in blood, in arteries blood, in capillaries blood, oxygen concentration is low, so due to concentration gradient oxygen move from higher concentration to lower concentration, and due to the concentration gradient and oxygen move from lower concentration to the higher concentration. In this way, carbon dioxide move from the lower concentration into the higher concentration. So in this way carbon dioxide move out from through the nasal cavity and mouth, and oxygen enter into the red blood cells, and in this way veins, now vein carry these oxygenated blood. Now blood become oxygenated, vein carry this oxygenated blood through the pulmonary veins. This is pulmonary veins. Pulmonary vein, four pulmonary veins open into the left atria, and atria like that open into the ventricles, and ventricles oxygenated blood pump this blood into the aorta. Aorta carry this oxygenated blood toward the all parts of the body, and the cell need oxygen. In this way oxygen from higher concentration move into the lower concentration, and carbon dioxide from higher concentration move into the lower concentration. To the concentration gradient blood become deoxygenated again, and again blood enter into the right artery through the superior vena cava and inferior vena cava, and in this way from the right part of the heart blood enter into the lungs, and left part of the heart blood enter the body. Left part of the heart is called body pump, right part of the heart is called lung pump. And this is the circulatory system: pulmonary circulatory system, cardiac circulatory system, and systematic circulatory system. And in this way also these tendoni also attach with this valves, bicuspid valves like that, like tricuspid valve, and muscles, pulmonary muscles attach with the endocardium of the valves, and in this way these valves resist the back open and back flow of the blood into the atria. Two types of the voice is produced: lob produce during when lobe produce when blood flow from atria into the ventricle. Blood move and speedily enter from atria into the ventricle. These tricuspid valves open. When this tricuspid valve open, when atria contract at the same time, this tricuspid valve and bicuspid valve open. Atria contract at the same time, this tricuspid valve and bicuspid valve open. Voice is produced. Lob, lob, lob voice is produced. Lob when this valve open. And when this when the blood when blood enter, when the ventricle contract, both ventricle contract, these pulmonary valve and aortic valve, both these semilunar valve open, 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 open to the upward. When ventricle contract, both these valve open to the upward. Voice is produces. Dub, dub, dub. Lob, dub, lob, dub. When atria contract, lob voice produce. When ventricle contract, dub voice produce. When atria contract, bicuspid and tricuspid valve open and produce lob. Then ventricle contract, aortic and pulmonary valve open and produce dub. In this way, heart voice is produced, lob and dub. So this is our today lecture. Hope you understand. This is second video lecture. First clip I have from this start describe this process, and in second lecture I have finished this video lecture. So hope you understand. Share and like and follow. Bye. Allah Hafiz.